traffic management analytics in Metro Manila, but it doesn't work on our usual Manila days. So, first of all, just wanted to, good to see, I see some familiar faces here from the press that I've worked with before. You know, I've been in the industry for a long time. Just to give you a bit background, used to head Oracle and then moved to HP. And 2 years ago, I was moved to lead the HP sales Southeast Asia. So I was assigned in Singapore. Pero when I was in Singapore, I was trying to go around. And what I've noticed is that, you know, Philippines is far more active when it comes to a lot of digital transformation. So medyo na-miss ko yung Pilipinas. So I decided to come back late last year. And eventually, just joined SAS actually this January. So I'm new to SAS, but I'll give you also some bit of background why I decided to join SAS. So with this short presentation. So let me start first siguro with this slide, just to ask you a question. All these brands, I know you're in the tech, cyber, media for a long time. So you know all these brands, right? Very familiar. They're all gone. Yeah. So, of course, you know, Nokia. Who can forget about Nokia? Yeah. One of the, yung mga, siguro, people from the 80s, 90s would brag about their, 5110s. Okay? But now it's all gone. But again, there's a common denominator here. Now, you see all these new companies coming up, now become the new leaders in their respective fields. Now, as I've said, there's a common denominator here. One of the things that you can really see is that these companies didn't have to go through a big transformation because digital was already here when they started operating, especially the online side. So, and that's where really a big transformation we see, right? The digital transformation. And you see, it's all about the ideas and try to improve the process on each of these industries. And basically, key thing there is really getting to know the customers. And that's where I would say the world and the rise of idea economy has come in over the past years. And it's not really about how big you are. It's all about the idea and how, fast you can respond to your customers. And knowing your customers is very important. And that's where really, this advent of digital transformation, four areas of transformation, right? You've seen cloud computing, you've seen big data, mobility and social media. Now in the Philippines, social media, mobility, of course, and cloud computing is now well embraced, right? Big data, a few enterprise companies have already started to go on this journey. But again, with the amount of data that's being produced by social media, mobility, and cloud computing now, with the power of compute and connectivity, now there's a more need of having that analytics. And that's where SAS comes in. Actually, ito muna. It's about the data, right, that comes in every 60 seconds. Can you imagine the amount of data that comes in, right? This is worldwide, but again, from a Philippine side, for sure, si Philippines nasa top tier dyan when it comes to the amount of data that comes in. And that's where SAS comes in really. How we put some analytics out of this data, like the intelligence. Right? And just to give you an idea, of course, SAS here is quite big when it comes to telecom and banking sector, right? Worldwide leader in analytics, and here in the Philippines, we're big in both telcos, more on the customer analytics side, but also in the banking. For sure, you're familiar with anti-money laundering, risk management system, we're quite big on that one. But our thrust right now is really to propagate this in other industries, because we've done this before, just like in the airline industry. So we even do passenger analytics, try to improve customer experience in the airline industry, wherein we are able to predict also the behavior of the passengers, to give them better customer experience. Same thing with the hospitality industry in the hotels. Demand forecasting, we do that a lot, wherein hotels now are able or tooled now to be able to come up with different rates at any given point in time depending on the occupancy. And also the same thing with regards to banking. We're talking about blockchain today, but shopping right now is going towards online. You've seen how online shopping is propagated here in the Philippines, right? And we're quite big on that one from a payment scoring side. We try to review all this banking transaction from a fraud management system side. And of course, you're carrying all your smartphones. We also help OEMs, chip manufacturers try to improve their quality control in terms of manufacturing. And in the government, we're also quite big there, both from a national or local government, of course, with the advent of IoT now in smart city, you can get a lot of analytics from there. And of course, lastly, we believe in data for the good, and we do a lot of analytics with regards to helping NGOs, non-government, non-profit organizations, helping them come out with some data analytics. So basically, we help our enterprise client realize their business goals, their business objectives, whether to optimize costs or to increase their revenue. All of this, there's always analytics behind that before you make a good decision in your business. And that's where we are really. We're the world leader in analytics. And data without analytics is value not realized. So we are trying to realize that business value for our enterprise customers. So we're really all over an end-to-end analytics software company. I think we're the only company that's really specialized on analytics for decades now, 40 years. And our focus in analytics encompasses, of course, what we call analytics lifecycle. It's an end-to-end analytics process or framework. Of course, our platform. And we are very, very much focused also in developing and enhancing our products with our R&D. We're really trying to put that on top of our strategy. As you can see, when it comes to R&D, we're probably one of the highest in terms of putting up new innovations in our software. Okay. So, key investment areas we have: artificial intelligence, analytics everywhere, meaning we will push now analytics to the edge, right? And lastly, analytics for everyone. For us, we try to enable enterprise customers, our enterprise customers, to be able to do it themselves eventually because they know their business. And I think Jason talked about this earlier, how big we are. 14,000 employees, 165 branches within 58 countries. And that's about it. Thank you.